does he say he's the father of? Does he say he's the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel? Or does he say he's the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? He says Jacob. See, here's the interesting part of all of this that I found so profound. In Matthew 22, verse 32, we're going to turn there. Matthew 22, verse 32, it says, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. See, because when we have an encounter with Christ, we cannot walk away dead. When we have an encounter with Christ, we walk away in new life. We walk away no longer as that person. But here's the other part. God is not ashamed of the person of who you were. When we go from generation to generation, who does he declare he is? He's the God of the living. And let me tell you who he says he's the God of the living of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob. God is not ashamed of your past. God is not ashamed of who you were. He's not ashamed of who you were associated in the past. He's not ashamed of the foolish lifestyle that you lived. He doesn't care about people's opinions about you. He doesn't care about people's opinions about your past. He doesn't care because why? He's a good God, and he's the God of the living. And in the living, it wasn't Israel who found God in the living. It was Jacob who was dead, who was made to life. His generations and who he decided to be declared of was, he says, I know what was in their past, but I also know what I've designed for them in their future. See, it's when our past has an encounter with God that then he is glorified. He is now glorified because you know what? He is God. People may still see you and judge you based on your past. But I'm here to say that God is the God of the living. He is the God of Abraham and Isaac and of Jacob, and he is not ashamed of who you were because he has created you to be fearfully and wonderfully made.